Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be completing my review of the Bosch Universal Plus mixer. I've been using it for a while now. I know the ins and outs. I know what I like about it. I know what I don't like as much about it. And I am going to give you all that information today so that you can make an informed decision if you've been looking at this mixer, possibly thinking about adding it to your kitchen. So let's just jump right into this review. So the first thing that I want to say about the Bosch mixer after using it for quite a while and lots of different bread recipes is that it is completely capable of anything that you can throw at it. It is more like I guess what you call like a professional style mixer because it can handle so much dough with ease, and it has been really good for freshly milled flour bread doughs in big batches. Now, this is a 500-watt motor. I've had questions about that, and it is a 6.5-quart mixing bowl. Now, when you get the mixer, it comes with the dough hook and the whisk attachment and the drive that the whisk attachments attach to. Now, I have been using it for a while, and prior to using this, as you all well know if you follow me, I have been using the Nutrimill Artiste mixer, which is like the little brother to this mixer. I've been using that for a long time, and it's just perfect for me because I don't make humongous batches of bread because it's just my husband and I, and so I just make one, maybe two loaves at a time. And for me, the Nutrimill has been perfect. But when I was sent over this mixer, I was excited to try it because for those big baking days, it does come in handy when you have something that can handle a ton of dough at one time. And so what I'm going to tell you is what I really like about it, and then I'm going to tell you what I like about my Nutrimill more, and that way you can make an informed decision. Now, since I've been using this, the one thing that I have loved about it is how powerful the kneading process is. You can knead your dough pretty quickly with this, and the dough hook itself is it's a big dough hook. And what I want to tell you about this dough hook before I get any further, which is awesome, is that it fits the Nutrimill mixer as well. I like this dough hook better than the one that comes with the Nutrimill, and it fits on there, so I have used it in my Nutrimill and I really like it. It's just a heavy, this part doesn't touch the center post, and I know that most people want a scraper that goes around the center post. I've not found a need for that. If you get your dough to the right consistency, it pulls away from there. But I just haven't found a need for the scraper, and I just kind of like this one better. It's because the dough can go between this and the center post, and it just adds to that kneading action. I love this dough hook, and I will continue using it with my Nutrimill. Now, I do like that it is heavy. It doesn't move around when you're even big batches of dough and it's working hard. The feet on this thing are crazy. It just won't move. You have to really, put some pressure on it to get those feet off. And if you're a baker and you do a lot of kneading in your stand mixer, then you know how important that these feet are because they will walk if you're making some really heavy doughs. This one has never, and I mean, I've put it through some heavy dough and it has never moved. It has never even acted like it. It's never overheated. It's never like stopped on me. No matter what I'm doing, it handles with ease, and that is awesome. Now this, as I have said, handles a lot of dough. You can do more bread loaves than what most people are going to need in this mixer. It's like 12 pounds of dough, and if you do 1 pound loaves, that is 12 loaves of bread, which I have never done that because I don't have anywhere to put 12 loaves of bread. But if you have like a little micro bakery, or maybe you do a lot of baking for your friends and family, this is the one. This is the one that you want to use because it can just put out 12 pounds of dough. That's just crazy. And it was dozens of cookies that you can make at a time. So it's really capable for those of you who do big baking, lots of baking. And for me, it seems like that you can just throw anything at it. And it's just this the way that this works. I don't know, like, I'm not technical. I don't really know exactly what's making it do that, but it just does it with ease. I actually need in this one on speed 1 most of the time, and sometimes speed 2, and it does great. I like this lid because this top part comes off completely, and you can put your ingredients in here, and you still have your splash ring. And I really, really, really like this lid. And this actual lid came with my stainless steel bowl as well, and I love it. Now, the stainless steel bowl I got for my Nutri-Mill, but these bowls are interchangeable. I can put this bowl on my Nutri-Mill if I want to, and it'll work just fine. Or vice versa, I can put my Nutri-Mill bowl on this one. And so it's kind of nice that the parts all interconnect. Like I said, this will fit on my Nutri-Mill, and the beaters, the cookie petals, the cake petals are all interchangeable between this one and the Nutri-Mill, and that's kind of nice. And I'm going to tell you what I don't like about it, and what I like about my Nutri-Mill more. As you can see, this is big and it's heavy. This part right here, I'm thinking is the motor. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But you can put a blender on this. You can take this part here out, the top, and put a blender in here, a blender attachment. And that's awesome. Like, if you don't have a blender and you want to buy this, you get the blender attachment, and you just don't have 2 appliances that you have out on your countertop. But it's big, and it takes up a lot more room than my Nutri-Mill did. And when you don't do huge amounts of baking all the time, that smaller one is really nice because it just don't take up that much room, and it's not quite as heavy. And so that's one of the downfalls, I think. Another thing is this, though it can handle like small batches, like a 1 loaf. I mean, I do 1 loaves. I have for the past while now, and it does fine. It does seem to me like that for some reason the Nutri-Mill on small batches actually needs it a little more effectively, or efficiently, I should say. This one does it effectively, but it seems like the Nutri-Mill does it more effectively because it seems like it's, a little bit smaller maybe in the bottom of that bowl, and it just grabs a hold of it quicker if you're just doing 1 loaf of bread. So, I mean, that's pretty much, the only things about it that I prefer my Nutri-Mill over it. But either one of the mixers are completely capable. Now, this one, if you're doing big batches of freshly milled bread, this one's the one. Now, the Nutri-Mill handles freshly milled loaves, no problem, as long as you don't do like a huge batch. So let's say 2 to 4 loaves or something like that. I do usually do 2 loaves, and no problem. It handles it just fine. So both of these can handle the freshly milled flour, but if you're wanting to do like triple batch recipes, then you're going to want to get the Bosch mixer because it is made for that. That's where it shines, is these heavy, large batches of dough, and it just works through them like it's butter. No problem whatsoever. The Nutri-Mill also does that with a bit smaller batches. So I do 2 loaves of freshly milled bread at a time, and I could probably double that recipe and it would still do just fine. But this one can go way beyond that, and you can just put flour and water in this, and it's not going to choke. It's not going to overheat. It's not going to stop on you. It's a workhorse, and I'm glad to have it in my kitchen because when I'm making something like testing recipes, sometimes I will do mini batches at one time, and this is great for that. But just for our weekly, bi-weekly bread recipes, the Nutri-Mill is great, and it's small, and the footprint's smaller, and it does just as well with those smaller batches of dough. So with that being said, do I like the Bosch mixer? Yes, I really like it, and I think that it is a really strong, capable, almost professional, I guess you would call, mixer. And if you are doing heavy baking, then I say this is it. And the Nutri-Mill also is very capable for those smaller batches of baking. Now, I do want to remind you, it's just almost here, until May the 12th. This is at a huge discount on Nutri-Mill's website. I'll leave all the links in the description box below if you're interested. Now, the good news is my coupon code can be used for other things as well. You can get the Nutri-Mill mixer and use that coupon code and get $20 off. Well, I hope that this has been insightful for you, and that if you have been trying to decide between, mixers, all the mixers out there, I hope that this gave you a good picture of this particular mixer. It is an amazing mixer. It is top of the line, and if you are doing some heavy baking, I highly recommend that you get this mixer. And I don't think you could go wrong. I've used a lot of mixers, and this one is the most powerful one and the most capable one for freshly milled flour that I've ever used. And it is always going to have a place here in my kitchen. I do use my Nutri-Mill mixer for small batches, but if I'm going to be doing big batches, this one will be coming out, and I will definitely be using it for that. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below, what type of mixer do you have, and what do you like about it, and what do you wish it did, and things like that. I love hearing people's thoughts on stuff like that. And be sure and check out my links in the description box for Nutri-Mill's big sale right now that goes on through May 12th. And yeah, that's all I have for you. If you're brand new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Check out our website, therosehomestead.com, where there are tons of sourdough recipes and other recipes as well that you can print off and make for yourself. All right, well, that's it for today. I hope you all have a great week, and we will see you on the next video.